Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today on this hopefully beautiful November day, wherever you are joining us from. Well, my name is Carrie. For those of you who are just joining us, maybe this is your first time joining us, so welcome. I am Carrie. My husband Dale and I are the creators of Park Seeds from Seed to Spoon app, and we are here in Oklahoma in Zone 7. So, today we're going to talk a little bit about everything you can grow in November, both indoors and out. So, you don't have to be in zone 7 along with us. You can be anywhere across the country. And we're going to talk a little bit about things for everybody, things that some people can still sneak in outside, believe it or not. And also a lot of things that you can do inside and prepping for next spring, too. So, we have a lot of amazing things to talk about today. It's going to be really fun. I love being able to still grow no matter what the temperature is like outside. It's actually decent today. Not too hot, not too cold. Like it's beautiful out there. It's probably about, let's see, what is it? It's 67 today. So it's beautiful today. Hopefully you guys are having beautiful weather wherever you are joining us from. I encourage you guys to pop in the chat, say hi, let me know where you guys are joining us from. I see some people have popped on too. And we have, hi, Charlotte from Florida. Oh, I bet it's beautiful down there right now. Great. Oh, we have some people. Oh, hello from Southern Cal. Finally cool, huh? Well, good. I'm happy to hear that. Oh, and hi, Michelle. Yes, thank you. I'm sorry I missed all of you guys last week. It was so weird not having a live stream last week, and I'm sorry. But yeah, I was feeling really sick, and then we had sick kids at home too. It was a rough week last week, but we are recovering. I still have a little bit of like weirdness going on, but I am feeling way, 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 way better. So thank you very much. Okay, I'm seeing everybody pop in the chat. I love it. Um, and also, just to let you know, too, if you are new here, don't forget that you can be commenting throughout as your chance to enter to win. So we're going to be doing a giveaway today. Well, actually, two, because I need to announce last workshop's winner as well. But today we're going to be doing a giveaway for a free 1-year premium Seed to Spoon app subscription, along with a full like indoor seed starting kit. So full with some Park Seeds So Effortless discs and also 1-gallon smart pots, which makes planting super easy. I'll grab stuff and I'll show you all whenever we get closer to that. I'll show you everything because it is awesome and you guys will love it. So definitely be commenting and entering to win because it's going to be a great prize pack. I hope you guys will love it. Okay, let's hop in here. Let's make that big. There we go. Oh, well, before I do that, I can't believe I even just said that I was going to announce the winner and I forgot. You see, you guys got to keep me on my toes sometimes. Okay, here, let me pop it in. Congratulations to Kevin Larson, who commented on our last workshop that we had, which was 2 weeks ago. Typically, we do this every week. But this one, since I was out sick last week, we had a winner from 13 days ago, and I pulled the lucky winner this morning right before this live stream. So congratulations, Kevin. All you need to do is email us at info@seedtospoon.net, and I will get you all hooked up and all set up with your premium subscription, which is great. Okay. Now that we did that, we will announce the other winner at the end of this too. So make sure you guys are staying tuned because this winner is going to have the premium subscription as well as this indoor seed starting kit that I'll be showing you all too. It's going to be amazing. You guys will love it. First of all, just a little bit about myself. This is so back whenever we first started gardening, back in 2015, we started out with just one single 4x4 bed in a traditional Oklahoma backyard with Bermuda grass. I mean, not too much out there going on, just a typical Oklahoma backyard. And that was our first experience that we ever had with gardening. And we learned so much along the way. Had to, I mean, read and go to classes and all that. Like there was so much information out there. It was crazy and overwhelming. And along the way, we're like, oh man, there needs to be an app for this. So my husband was like, well, let's just do it. But over the course of a couple years, you can see um, we kind of got obsessed and grew a lot. We started growing food for our entire family. We started just having fun with it and learning and experimenting and all of that. And it was so much fun. And we just wanted to make it easier for everybody to be able to do it on their own as well. So that is why we ended up starting the Seed to Spoon app, was to help others do the same. So if you guys don't already have the app, make sure you download it today. There's a QR code up there in the corner that you can scan, and it'll take you directly to download links. You'll see some download links in there. And then also, it'll help walk you through, give you exact planting dates based on your location. That was one of the key things for me whenever we first started, because I could not remember, like, if we had like, I was like, okay, when was our spring frost, or when is it supposed to be? When is it typically? And then I'd have to do like math backwards, and then I'd always forget to. I mean, yeah, my memory. You guys already saw that today once. So just having everything there in one place just made it so much simpler for me. And I can log all of my plants that I start, all the seeds. So I say exactly where I did it, and then it's amazing. So I definitely recommend checking it out if you don't already have it. And also, the premium, so there's a whole bunch of everything in the app, like information wise, is free on there. So you can get the planting dates. You can see all the planting dates, companion planting, pest management, health benefits, like all of those things. So much information, recipes, all of that is free. But there is also a premium subscription for it too, where you can get unlimited plant identification sent up to GrowBot, some pest management. Like if you snap a picture of a bug and send it up, and it'll tell you what it is. Or if you have a sick plant, take a picture of the plant, send it up, and it'll help you with that. You can also log unlimited plants in your garden. And now you can also do it visually. Here, look. Yes, it is available now. So for all of you guys who have been eagerly anticipating the new release of this visual garden layout, it is finally here. It is available for everybody. And thank you all so much for your help. I know a lot of you guys here in the chat helped us test it too. And you got early access and were testing features, giving us suggestions. And I mean, it was amazing. So I definitely thank you all for helping us get through it and giving us amazing feedback on it. And I am loving it so far. And now it is officially out there. So if you guys don't have the newest update, make sure you download that, because you can see all of this visual planning too, which is so exciting. So yes, definitely check that out. Oh, and we are going to be showing it in action towards the end as well, because we're going to talk a little bit about planning for spring as well. So we're going to show you how you can kind of use that visual garden layout as a planner and planning out for your spring coming up. Okay, so now that we talked all about that, that was exciting stuff. I know. Woo. Now let's talk a little bit about everything that you can be doing in November. I mean, regardless of what the temperatures are, a lot of these, I mean, some things are going to be dependent upon where you live, but there is going to be a lot of things that everybody, regardless of where you live, you can do. So we're going to talk about both indoors and outdoors and all of that fun stuff. So, okay, first of all, it is every single fall, I'm going to bombard you guys with garlic talk because I just strongly encourage everybody to plant garlic. It is something that is so simple to do and it's so rewarding also. And this is the perfect time to plant it out, at least where I live. Now, if your ground is frozen over, it is going to be too late for you to plant it right now. And I would recommend waiting until the springtime. And you can kind of try to mimic the cold stratification with it then. But fall is the best time. So if your ground is still not completely frozen over, go ahead and plant it out and do it then. I mean, we haven't really, I mean, we've gotten like a few really cold nights, but it hasn't really frozen over and the soil is definitely still workable and it's perfect for planting garlic. So we were even out there this last week and planting out some garlic with the kids and they were having so much fun. I wanted to show this picture of my hand holding this is actually of holding elephant garlic as well as just just the regular garlic, just so you can kind of see the difference. So there's a whole bunch of different types of garlic that you can plant. And there is this elephant garlic, which is my personal favorite. I absolutely love it. And they sell that at Park Seed too. They have this elephant garlic that's just like, it comes in this huge clove like this. Like it's amazing. And then you break it apart and these bulbs right here are just monstrous. You can see them right here. And oh, great. Emily already has her garlic going. Yay. Yes. I'm glad that you guys are all getting out there and getting your garlic planted. Yeah, so this elephant garlic is awesome. It's like, as you can see, it is huge, huge, huge. And yeah, Michelle says she has little garlics poking out of her bed. Awesome. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, and that's perfect. That's kind of where you want it to be um, in that stage right now. And then if you like throw some mulch under and around it, like that'll help it too and help it thrive throughout the winter. And then in the springtime, it'll come back and it'll flourish and it'll be great. Um, but we always plant a mixture of different types of garlic and trying to do the small ones too, because they typically have more flavor. And then the elephant garlic, which is a little bit milder, but it's also a lot easier too to cook with because it's really easy to peel also too. I love having those. So yes, definitely if your ground is still workable, definitely be getting some garlic out there. It's amazing to be able to say that you planted your own. Oh, definitely not. So we have a question saying, my garlic sprouted. Is that bad? No, not at all. And you might see the top die off, and that's fine during the winter time. But it doesn't have to. Like, I mean, it'll be fine. Ours sprouts all the time. Like at that last, you can kind of see, like right there, like you can have garlic up to that level even, and you'll be fine. Okay, Missy says, do you need a special bed for your garlic? I'm hesitant to plant since it takes so long. Oh, no, not at all. You don't have to do like a full garlic bed or anything like that. Garlic is actually an amazing companion plant to most things. So I will say check the app too, because the app shows like exactly like what are companions to what. So you can make sure to double check before you do it. But garlic is an amazing companion plant for most all of your things that you're going to be planting out in the spring. I will say avoid peas around garlic. But pretty much everything else, like it'll do amazing. And we kind of plant our garlic almost in like a border around our plants because it kind of will help protect it from pests and help protect other things. So things that I'm worried about pest attacking, especially like brassicas, I try to put a lot of garlic around it and it'll help like protect it a little bit. Okay, Julia says, when do you when you plant garlic, do you cover it up with mulch? Do you have to remove the mulch in the spring? So no, you can leave the mulch in there because mulch will help. It'll help in the cold weather and it'll help in the hot weather too, because it'll help just keep that soil temperature regulated. So it's not gonna. So it helps with extremes, and it also helps like retain moisture. All of that. It'll sprout through it, and it will do really great. Okay, and then of course, along with the talk of the bulbs, I had to throw in other bulbs for these flowers because I mean, I'd say we did these bulbs for the first time like last year, and it was so much more like it's so much fun just planting things out and then seeing them pop up like early spring and having the color come up. It's so great. And trust me, you will definitely think it's worth it for sure. So totally go out there. Now, make sure that you're checking your area, seeing if you can still sneak these out. I know definitely certain places you can still plant these out. Now, probably way up north, I'm assuming it's going to be too late for you guys, but I did want to throw this out there for those of you who live more in the central and southern area to still be getting some color out there. And then we talked a little bit about cover crops. That was actually our last workshop that we had whenever we were talking about our last topic was all about cover crops. So if you guys want to have a deep and in-depth conversation and know exactly what cover crops to plant for what and what certain ones do, definitely check out that workshop that we did. But essentially, if you can still plant these, now it's getting a little bit late in the season, but it's definitely something that you will definitely not regret doing if you can still plant it out because there's so many benefits to it. So like the peas will help to almost fertilize the soil while you're not using the soil over the winter time. Radish will help a lot with breaking up compact soil and all of that. I mean, there's so much like benefits, especially with like mustards and things like that, and will help with like diseases too, or if even like, I mean, there's so many benefits. I could keep going on and on. I mean, in fact, I did in the last workshop. And we are putting all of the links to the workshops or to anything that I'm talking about. I think they're popping links over here in chat for you guys too. So you can just click that link if you want to go check out that workshop too. Oh, and also it looks like there's a QR code popped up right here too. So if you scan that, it'll take you to Park Seeds website and you can see these. So this is an all-purpose cover crop mix seeds right here. They have all sorts of cover crops. They have this one, which is great because you get a mixture of a bunch of them. I personally love this one as well because it's like an oats and peas. So you get benefits of having like lots of ground cover and organic matter put into the soil while fertilizing it. Like there's so many benefits. Oh, and clover, of course. You can't go wrong with clover with it being so beautiful too. And yeah, these are definitely ones that are really good to be adding in if you are not doing anything with your soil. So this works for raised beds, for smart pots, for just open fields, whatever you have growing. We did a lot of these, even when we lived in the city and didn't have a lot of land, we would plant cover crops or all of that whenever we were not using the soil. It just helps protect it and protect your soil, keep it alive, and yeah, give it more organic matter. And composting. So again, this was something that we did a deep dive on. This was probably 3 weeks ago that we did a full composting workshop, and we broke it down into how to get started. Again, there's links all in the chat over here. So if you guys wanted to check that out. But now is the perfect time if you haven't already started a compost pile or a compost bin or a worm farm or anything like that. Now is the perfect time to get started with it. It is definitely something that will save you a whole bunch of time and money and frustration. Like there's so many benefits to it. And your plants will thrive. You will not have to use as much fertilizers and buy as much fertilizer. And honestly, like it's a lot of fun, especially with the worm bin. We love having a worm bin around, and the kids love it too. They always want to go out and feed the worms and check in on them. And it's definitely something that is rewarding for the kids as well. And they will give you some worm castings, which is honestly, it is like gold. It is amazing. It works perfect for seed starting, even or for out in your garden. So definitely get and check out worm bins and things like that if you are just starting out and you want to have your plants be a little bit healthier and all that. It's so much fun. You guys won't regret it. And like I said, if you want to have more of a deep dive on how to get started with composting, check out that workshop that they posted the link for in the chat, because that'll get you all going through how to get started. And we answered a whole lot of questions on there too. So okay, and then also I wanted to make sure that I mentioned mulching your plants. So if you have your plants mulched, your your plants will do a whole lot better, and their life will extend throughout the season a lot longer. So it'll help to regulate the soil temperature down below. It'll keep them all nestled nice and warm and snug in their bed. So that way they will do a little bit better for you during the cold times, and it'll help them retain the moisture. You won't have to water quite as much. There's so many benefits to mulching. So if you haven't gone out and mulched your plants yet, I would definitely recommend doing that. Common mulching thing, like items that we use, especially this time of year, would be like crushed up leaves. If you just have like a bunch of leaves that have fallen up that you've raked up, um, go pop those around your plants, give them a little bit of insulation with that. That works amazing. And then also we use things like right in here, this is wood chips right here that we used here. Wood chips work great, or sometimes pine shavings or straw, grass clippings. You do need to be careful sometimes if you have like seeds that come through. So you want to make sure that like if you're using things like grass clippings, that it wasn't going to seed whenever you mowed. So I typically stay clear of those and do more of the leaves and the wood chips, things like that. Oh, yes. So Harry Warp says mulching is the biggest thing to help my plants I've done. I 100% agree with you. It is something that is so simple to do, and your plants will definitely love it. Yeah, and use some straw. Yeah, perfect. Very good. And then there are additional layers of protection as well that you can do. And this is actually a picture of our garden that we have. We have a bunch of, this is one section of our garden that we have, which is these are just simply 4x8 raised beds. And we just built this really simple DIY PVC dome hoop house. And we have like a simple like 1 minute short just going through each step showing how we built it, and it really was simple. And there's they posted the playlist, it looks like, into the chat for that, and for our YouTube channel. But it's very simple to do. Essentially we just made it, and we try to put them on hinges like this. Just it makes it a lot easier on yourself if you are going to be wanting to go in there and harvest anything. And we just built like a little frame along the bottom, and then we arched over some PVC pipe and attached it to that frame. And then we put just plastic sheeting over top of it that we can get at pretty much any big box store. All of the supplies came from, one of those big box stores. It's very simple, easy to find. And I mean, that was really it. Like, there wasn't any super intense things about it. And they worked incredible. I will say we had a huge ice storm last, I don't know, it was probably about this time of year last year. Every year is completely different for us, but we had a huge ice storm. I remember at some point last year. And our plants that we had underneath these and covered with the PVC dome hoop house were perfectly fine. And the ones that were not, obviously, were not fine. But we went out there with a temperature gun as well, because I was curious to see like what the temperature differences were. And it was astonishing. Like, it was a good, like, 15-degree difference, which I know doesn't seem like a lot whenever you're saying that, but to the plants, that is life and death, like, really. So having that difference right there really made a huge difference on those plants, and they were able to survive. So just by having something like this, or we use frost blankets sometimes too, things like that will really help to extend your growing in the outdoors that you can still do in the wintertime. I know a lot of people still use these methods up north as well, so you don't necessarily have to be like, in the central and southern states to be able to grow food outdoors. Like, a lot of the times up north, you can still get away with sneaking things in and growing with, as long as you have the right protection and covering them up. Okay. And then also too, for those who do not want to be growing outside, there's a lot that you can do inside as well. And I definitely recommend doing that, because honestly, for me, having a lot of green inside just makes me so much happier. I love seeing life and having a lot of plants and all that. I mean, you can kind of see behind me, I have a lot of plants inside too. I like having all of those. And I'm going to actually be growing some flowers too, because I miss my zinnias so much. For those of you who saw over the summer, like, how much I loved my zinnias and bringing them in and having bouquets behind me, I loved it. So I miss that so much. We're going to try growing zinnias indoors. So I will let you all know how that goes. But first of all, let's talk about how you can still grow some food indoors too. So microgreens is the first thing that is super simple to do, super easy to grow. And actually, it's so effortless. This is Park Seeds So Effortless collection right here. They are, it is super simple to grow. It comes with this little, you can get these little kits and pop these mats in, moisten them, and you're good to go. Like, you don't need any soil for this or anything. It's, it's extremely effortless. I will say that. So that is definitely something to be looking at. And these are great for personal or smaller sized as well. And they also have a lot of, they have larger ones too. If you want to grow on a larger scale, they have larger growing microgreen setups, smaller ones, all sorts of different sizes and shapes. And pretty much you can grow a little bit of everything. And I will say my personal favorite microgreen to grow is cilantro. It is gorgeous. So that's what's in this picture right here, which is it's in a pink bootstrap farmer tray right there. And Parksy actually carries all the bootstrap farmer microgreens collections and all of that too. But this tray right here, this was a one from them, and these are cilantro, and it is so beautiful, and it tastes just incredible. So if you like the taste of cilantro and it doesn't taste like soap to you, definitely try that, because the cilantro microgreens not only taste amazing, but they are beautiful, absolutely amazing. Let's see. Dale asked if I could show the mats for them. I think I can, because I think I have. Let me see. Well, I thought I could. I don't see the mats.
The disc that we're giving away.
He's coming. Oh, well, that's going to be the next slide.
Okay.
He was coming to help. Be my lovely assistant. um, I love to grow all sorts of different microgreens. I grow broccoli microgreens, which is what the other ones are in the picture too, which is another kit that Park Seed grows. They have a bunch of different ones, but broccoli and cilantro and then peas are one of our newest favorite microgreens as well. That one was so great, and the kids just absolutely loved growing the pea microgreens. They would steal it. I would have it sitting over here on the counter, and they would just keep coming up and just stealing all the sprouts. I'm like, okay, I guess. They just loved it. So it's definitely something for a lot of ages. Okay, Robin says, this will be my first time growing microgreens. What is your favorite way to use them? Oh my gosh. That's a difficult question because I have so many favorite ways. Honestly, like I use them in a lot of everything. So with the cilantro, pretty much, this cilantro microgreens, pretty much anything that I would have added cilantro to, I'll just add this to instead. So any sort of like burrito, or if I want it, honestly, everything. Burrito, salads, wraps. I like to put them sometimes into like scrambled eggs as well, and or make like an omelet too with them. So good. Um, oh man, like honestly, like really a little bit of everything. So just use them however you would normally use. I guess not with broccoli, but broccoli is a super mellow tasting one, so you can just add that again to anything, any sort of sandwich even, and it doesn't really give a really strong taste, so it's one that you can sneak in a lot of places. I even pop it into like my kids' mac and cheese. I will put a bunch of like the broccoli microgreens. They think it tastes great. They love it. But it doesn't really add like a super strong flavor or anything like that to it. It's very mellow. So it's a really good one to hide as well. So if you want to put it in like mac and cheese or pasta or something like that, those are really great options too. And then, of course, indoor herbs. So this is the perfect time to be growing herbs indoors. And we have like a super easy way to do that. So here, let me grab one of these. So because this is when I needed my lovely assistant to come back. So we have this. This is just one of the 1 gallon smart pots. So these are like what we're giving away today. So from Smart Pots, these are the 1 gallon ones. And I just have this filled up with soil. And then this right here, you can pop anything into here. So I'll talk a little bit about the, hello, lovely assistant. There we go. I'll show you guys a little bit more of what I'm talking about with the peppers and tomatoes later. But these are perfect for these right here. So this is, if I can get it to focus, maybe not. I don't think it's going to focus. Okay, well, this is the Park Seed So Effortless discs. So these are little. They have a bunch of these for all of these herbs. So this one is cilantro. There's a salad mix, basil. I mean, all of these ones right here. There's a thyme, all of that, and these are perfect size to pop into the top here of these 1 gallon smart pots. So these are part of our giveaway today. Is going to be some of these So Effortless seed discs right here that you can plant effortlessly in, and also into those smart pots right there. And what's great is I love these because it definitely makes it super easy because it's already all planted out and spaced out perfect. I don't have to worry about thinning them down if I plant too many or too little. Like it's the perfect amount. And I literally just pop this in there, sprinkle a little bit of soil on top, and water it in. And it is super simple to use and grow. Oh yeah. So they said that they love their 1 gallon smart pots, their favorites. Yeah, this is like one of our first like typically we used these outdoors more, and we started recently growing these indoors, and they're perfect. They're working amazing. um I do want to mention too, so if you guys want to see how to grow with these and with smart pots, um Edvin from Smart Pots and I actually just made a video, and it's posted on our YouTube channel, showing us planting out using some of a lot of these. So using some of these discs as well as the mats where you just simply like unroll them, lay them out and cover them and plant. It was amazing. It was so much fun. And we had a lot of fun recording. So you guys definitely need to check out that video. And also with that video, we're giving away a bunch more stuff too. So if you go check out that one, you can comment and enter the win there. I did see. Oh, yep. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so there's a link right there to join the So Effort. Join us and watch that So Effortless video that we did with Smart Pots. It'll be great. Okay. Oh, a great question from Desiree. Do they need something under them so water doesn't leak? Yes. So depending on where you put it, that's what you want. But over here, just back here, they fit perfect on this ledge back here. I just have like one of those clear trays from the, any plant center, just one of those clear trays sitting out into that. So it works perfect. And then Charlotte was wanting to know if the discs are organic. Yes. So all of these right here, I know it's not focusing, but yes, you can kind of see organic. Yeah, it pops it right there. But yes, I think all of these, like this one right here says organic salad mix. This is organic basil. They're all going to be organic. Anita says these discs would be great for kids to plant their own little gardens. Absolutely, 100%. And our kids absolutely love planting with these. There's also seed tape that they have too. It makes planting like things like carrots so easy. You literally just unroll it and cover it with a little bit of soil and boom, you're done. And it's great for especially the kids as well, because they don't have to sit there and like try to sprinkle them out and try to only hold 1 or 2 seeds at a time. It's rough. Oh, and while we're talking about herbs too, I do want to mention now is the perfect time to go about propagating herbs, especially things like rosemary. That's like my favorite thing to propagate. Rosemary and thyme are two of my favorites. And if you have any rosemary in your garden, go take some clippings from it and it'll do amazing. My favorite place to propagate herbs now is in the biodome, the Park Seed Biodome, which is what that picture is right there. It works so amazing. I simply just went through and took cuttings from the rosemary. So you just clip right there and you pull off, just remove a couple of the bottom stems. I dipped it in rooting hormone. It's not a requirement, but I did that. And then I just popped it into these sponges right here. And then I put a little bit of water on the bottom of the tray and then put the lid on. And I just honestly forgot about it for a while and it just let it do its thing. And they did so good. That was the most success I have ever had with propagating herbs, was doing that last year. And I'm definitely going to be doing more because that's probably like one of my favorite gifts to do also. So I know that's time of year is coming up now. So it is the perfect gift is to grow them a rosemary plant, like give, the gift of gardening, right? It's all perfect. So I really enjoy doing all of that. And like I said, rosemary is a really good one to do that with. Thyme is another really good one. There's a lot of really great herbs that you can propagate. And they popped in to a herb propagating workshop that I did last year. It's a very old one. I know. I'm very old, yeah. But I'll probably be doing another one here very soon, if not next week, the week after or something, because I'm going to be propagating herbs. So I might as well do it with you guys and hang out while I do it. So we'll be doing some of that together here soon. And okay, so back here, so that smart pot that I was showing you earlier was actually this one right here with the pepper in it. But I also have, so I have that pepper one, and then right here, if you can kind of see, I know it's kind of difficult to see. I have some tomatoes, but there's some tomatoes and peppers. These are kitchen minis, and they are designed to be super small plants. And oh, my lovely assistant is grabbing me. There we go. Yeah, so we have some tomatoes off to the side too. Like this is great. Like I can literally just pop off a tomato and eat a tomato whenever I want to. It's awesome. So I have several different of these kitchen minis. So what is amazing about that is that I can grow these in the wintertime. So I am going to be having fresh tomatoes and peppers all winter long. I'm so excited. I can't wait. So this is going to be the first year. We started these all last like January. So this is going to be my first year of having like fresh tomatoes and peppers like year round just inside the house. It's going to be amazing. I love it. So I'm very excited about that. And there's a bunch of different varieties. I see that they're popping them up right here. There's a hot pepper variety. I know people are saying like the hot peppers are usually difficult to find when they're like in the small compact variety. And then there's a bunch of different of these sweet peppers as well, which are my personal favorites. But there's a good variety of kitchen minis. The 2 tomatoes and then the 4 different peppers and all of that. So definitely be looking into that if you haven't. And it doesn't necessarily need to be having a whole bunch of like extra grow lights or anything like that. I know of people that have actually just grown these literally on their kitchen counters. How we have them though is we have them, I mean, obviously you can kind of see back here, but we have some grow lights actually. And it's amazing because you can't even tell that they're here. There's extra grow lights right here. If you can kind of see where my finger is, it's along like right where the window is. So you can't really see them. We just have a line of them right there just to give them a little bit extra supplement because we have a lot of big trees back outside right there that kind of blocks the sun. So they don't get a lot of sun in here. But if there was if it was a lot of sun right there and super sunny, it would have been fine. But we just wanted to give it a little bit extra and make sure it had plenty of sunlight. So we popped up some extra grow lights for it. So like I said, it's not a necessity or anything. Okay. So Carol wants to know, do zinnias grow inside? I am going to try it this year for sure. I'm very excited to give it a try, and I will definitely let you know how it goes, Carol, because I am very excited to hopefully be having some blooms behind me again. Because I miss like this is what like this picture right here. This is what I'm used to the background looking like because we had zinnias here like all the time nonstop because we had so many zinnias, and the more zinnias you cut, the more they bloom. And we had so many, and it was amazing. It was so beautiful, and I miss them so much. So I'm excited to be growing more zinnias again. Okay, and then also this is November. We are getting to the season again for indoor seed starting for the springtime. So I feel like very, very soon we're going to be talking all about like indoor seed starting and picking the right tomato varieties to start indoors and things like that. It is around the corner. I feel like we're going to blink and it's going to be time. So I wanted to make sure that I touched on that as well. And so make sure your inside is getting ready. If you haven't like washed out your seed starting trays and things like that, make sure you do that because I've been burnt by that before. If I don't clean them out, I have issues that that happen again. We get mold issues and things like that. So make sure you start fresh and clean, and you won't have any issues along the way. Um, and like I said earlier, I talked about this biodome before with propagating herbs, but it is my favorite way to grow and do everything for all of our seeds. Like I just have such amazing germination rate in them, and the seeds like always sprout. Like I used to only do like I used to do like 2 or 3 seeds in like each hole, and then now now that I use these, like I do 1 seed in each, and I'm like, okay, there we go, we're good. And if I drop more than one, I'm like, oh man, but I'll get 2 plants in there, I guess. But yeah, it works amazing, and it is perfect for indoor seed starting. So if you guys don't already have a biodome, check into those, because you definitely need to get those. They're Park Seed biodomes are just amazing. They're super durable, heavy duty. They just work amazing. Sorry. um Anyways, so yeah, the biodome is amazing. And then also like seed shopping, like now is a really good time to get started shopping for your seeds and making sure you get all of the varieties that you want. Um, oh, Sue says, I got all new biodomes for this year. Can't wait. Awesome. Can I winter sow in them? Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I feel like we always have something going in our biodome, whether it be like lettuces for our grow tower. Um, we grow a lot of herbs in them sometimes. We grow flowers in them. We grow, I mean, all like pretty much every season we have something growing in our biodome. And yeah, for sure. Like you can grow anything and everything. And then so like I said, like make sure you get like there's a lot of good varieties out there. So get shopping and make sure you have everything ready to go, because if you're anything like me, like I always think that I have plenty of seeds and I'm like, oh no, did I have this variety? And then I have to delay my planting because I'm like, oh no, I didn't order it, I gotta do it. So make sure, like, go through your stuff, get organized. Oh, I should have brought in and just show you guys how I actually organize my seeds. But I keep all my seeds in a binder, and I try to keep as organized as possible and keep them like alphabetical too. And I have them separated by cool season, warm season, and then flowers and herbs. And then that way I can, oh, my lovely assistant, thank you. Look at this. So this is one. Yep, my kids made the label right here, so they drew beautiful pictures for me. But yeah, I just have so you can kind of see. This is what I do too, and I have these all organized and ready to go. So I make sure that I have everything that I want in here, and then I will go through and get things that I don't have and just be organized and ready to go, because come springtime you don't want to be messing around with trying to um, order and last minute and get everything. Yeah. So you'll want to have everything organized and ready to go. And oh, I do want to mention too. So if you are going through and buying new things, and if you guys are a yearly subscriber for the From Seed to Spoon app, you get free shipping on all of your orders through the app. And all of Park Seeds items, like including like the biodome and like their espoma fertilizer and all the seeds and all of that, it's all, you can buy all of that through the app. And if you're a yearly subscriber, free shipping. And one of you guys could possibly be winning today too for the 1 year premium subscription. So woohoo. Okay, so last but certainly not least is planning your spring garden, which is extremely exciting. And it is available now, which is great. So we just released to everybody. So I know a lot of you guys out there have been helping us test and giving us amazing advice and suggestions, and it's been great. And we have been We have been working really hard and diligently to get all the updates in for you guys, and we're really excited to announce that it is available. Dale, do you have it pulled up to where you can share it?
What's up, everyone?
Hey, everybody say hi, Dale.
So I am so excited to be showing this today. Whenever we started building Seed to Spoon back in 2018, this was the dream. So right before this, I'd worked at a software company that did software for appraisers that like go through and evaluate houses. And when I started thinking of Seed to Spoon, it was basically something like this, because like part of that software was like mapping out a house and like labeling what a room was and collecting all the details on it and stuff. And I thought that's what we need for gardening. So I am so excited. I'm going to give you guys just a brief demo and show you what is now available to all users of the Seed to Spoon app. So one moment, we might have to take the, okay, cool. It did it automatically. All right. So now on the dashboard, the main screen of the app, you will have this new My Garden Beds section that shows you all of the beds you have set up. I went through and set up some test ones for this demo. And I'm going to click on one to go into the builder. So here's one of the beds I have set up. I have these beds all set up here. We have it so you can switch easily between gardens. And like Carrie said, I cannot thank all of you enough for the feedback you gave us during testing while we were building this out and working with you all to make sure we built the right thing. Because a lot of the ideas and a lot of the things I'm showing today really came from that feedback that we got. And I think the product we have now is so much better than what we started with a few months ago. And a lot of that is largely due to you all for the feedback you gave us and all of that. So one of those things was the switching between garden beds. You can switch between all of your beds. I'm going to fill some of these beds out here in this demo so we can kind of see how that works. So let's get planting. I've got this 4x4 bed here. And I'm going to do a row of like lettuces alternating with some other stuff. So I'm going to do another row of lettuce on this outside here. I'm going to click on that square. And this brings up this screen that lets me choose what I want to plant. So at the very top, we're going to have a list of everything that you've recently planted to make it easy. And since I'm planting lettuce, that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to click on lettuce. And that's going to bring this screen up again where I can choose all of the places that lettuce should be in this garden. So since it's a row here, I'm going to click on each one of these. And now I've got one plant that's linked across all 4 of these rows. I can click into here. I can choose a variety. I can type a variety. I can do all that stuff right here. And so let's keep planting out this bed. So we'll plant it out with more broccoli and spinach probably, but I'll space those broccolis. So I'm going to show how, like, if I didn't have spinach in that list, how easy it is. I could just search for spinach. And then also it brings up our varieties of spinach. So if I wanted to just quickly do Bloomsdale, then I could just plant it there. And say I did Bloomsdale on both of these. I could do it to where I've got that. And now I'm going to click on the open spots I've got, and we'll do cauliflower there. And we'll do cauliflower, and we'll do this is one variety of cauliflower, and this will be another variety of cauliflower. So you can see just like that, I was able to go through and build out my bed. Now, building the bed is one thing, but obviously you're going to want to be able to work in that bed and keep track of what you've got going in that bed. And this is one of the things that we really improved on throughout the testing. Now, whenever you click on a plant, you have all these options here. So I can click on adjust. That'll let me like move, like take away, or if I had open spots, I could add it to more. We have note and photo. This lets you add a note or a photo to this plant. So I can click and do that. And now if I go into here, you'll see if I go to log events or down to notes, you'll see that note that I just created right here. If I did a photo, that would be there as well. You can also log events. And we have this menu here that has some other stuff where you can move a plant to another garden. I'm going to show that in just a second because there's another use case that we've been using this for, which is keeping track of our seed starting. So I want to show that too. Something else we recently added. So if you were one of our test users, you may not have seen this because we just rolled it out at the end, but you can now change the background color. So this gives you a way to kind of signify things a little differently. I know Carrie has a seed starting tray that is all lettuce, and it was just like a wall of lettuce, and it was hard to tell what was what. So this feature makes that easy for her to be able to label all of one lettuce, blue, and all of the other lettuce maybe red. And now she knows, okay, well those are different lettuces. So that's something we just added in at the end of the test. Um, you can archive as well. You can also archive an entire garden now. Before, you had to go through and archive one plant at a time in here in the list view, which was a pain. So now you can come in here on the garden level and archive the entire garden. We're really excited about this. We cannot wait. Oh, sorry, I can't see the comment. Move this. Yeah, so that's another thing I forgot to mention. Thank you, Donna. We have an alert in here as well. So if you try and plant two things next to each other, that should not go next to each other. And broccoli, you really shouldn't put like right next to each other. Hold on. So broccoli and cauliflower really shouldn't go next to each other because they're in the same family. They're going to have the same pests. So right there, we give you an alert that these are bad companions. So yeah, that's another feature that we built into as well. Thank you, Dawn. I forgot to mention that one. I want to show a use case before I run out of time here that we've been using a lot of that I think it's going to be super helpful with, which is taking plants that you have in a biodome. So you can see I've got this garden set up called Biodome 40 Cell. This is just a visual builder for our biodome. And being able to take these and plant these out and move them into other gardens. So say I wanted to take this broccoli and I wanted to move the plant over into another garden because I'm planting it out, then I could do that. So that's something else we added recently as well. We're going to continue to work on the features around using this for keeping track of seed starting. Some of the next features you see coming out or you'll see coming out are going to be related to making that process even better, making it where you can change the background of this to actually look like a biodome or to look like a seed starting tray. Doing things like that. But we're very excited about this initial release. We've worked really hard on it over the past few months. I cannot thank our developers enough as well. Justin and Patrick have spent a lot of time working on this, and it's been so much fun. And it's been so much fun working with all of you as well and getting your feedback on it and iterating through that. And yeah, so again, like this has been our dream since we started building the app, was to build. There were two main things we wanted to build. We wanted to build this, and we wanted to build a feature that would let you take a picture of a bug and it tells you what it is. And now that the app has both of those things, we are so excited to finally feel like the initial dream that we had when we started this is starting to be realized, fully now. So let us know what you think. We're going to have more updates coming out soon. We're going to have the ability to add your own custom icons on here on the grid for custom plants. Patrick just finished coding that yesterday, and we're going through and testing it now. So hopefully that'll be rolling out here really soon. That has been one of the big feedback requests we've had so far. So if you have other ideas or ways that it can be improved, please continue to let us know. Comment on this video. You can reach out to us on social or email or anywhere else like that. And I know there's been a lot of comments coming up, but I can't see them because I've got this iPhone in my way. So hopefully I'm not ignoring anybody, but
no, they're just comments. I'm popping.
Cool. Awesome. Well, I can't see the chat at all. So that is the oh, I see Michelle's next feature, get rid of a bug. I've talked about like you could totally have a drone out in the garden that is trained on bugs and that is shooting like one of those salt sprays at it. Like we've talked about this. I think battery power is the problem there. So yeah, but we need to do a giveaway because it's 12:59. So
I know we do.
Yeah, we
Oh,
ran
man.
out. We don't have a ton of time for questions. Maybe we could stick around a little bit after our giveaway and just answer some more questions. But do you have a winner picked out yet? That's usually my job. And
That's usually your job. Did you? Did you?
Well, let me go offline off camera again and run the thing to pick a winner, and I'll be right back. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Questions to pop up until then.
So the winner is going to get the free 1-year premium Seed to Spoon app subscription, and then also the indoor seed kit. So what we talked about with the 1 gallon smart pots, as well as the So Effortless seed discs from Park Seed. You guys will love these. So the lucky winner is definitely going to be lucky for sure. And also, don't forget, if you're watching this, congratulations, Kevin Larson. Was that not the winner from right before? I feel like.
Yeah, I changed the name, and it should say April Brown. It's just
Okay, I was going to say Kevin Larson. That sounds familiar.
yeah.
I feel like I said congratulations to Kevin
Here, if
Larson
I
already.
hide and show it again, now do you see it right?
Oh, yep. April
Okay.
Brown. Congratulations, April Brown. So, April, send us an email at info@seedtospoon.net and we will get you all fixed up with your 1-year premium Seed to Spoon app subscription, along with the with all of the indoor sewing things that you need. So the So Effortless kits from Park Seed and the 1 gallon smart pots. It'll be perfect for no matter where you live. I'm excited for you. And then also, don't forget to, if you guys are watching this after the fact, or if you are here right now and you didn't win, but you want to win, pop back into chat after this post and leave a comment. And that way you'll be entered in to win again. So this, just like we did during this workshop at the very beginning, I announced a winner. We'll announce a winner at the beginning of next week as well. So it could be you. So make sure you enter to win by popping into the chat. So congratulations, April.
Hey, I saw this question from White Wolf, and yes, it is driving my OCD wild that we cannot keep track of our green stocks. So we are definitely trying to figure out how to do this. I've figured out some like ways that you could do it technically with the planner that we have now by treating each row on the grid as a row of the green stock. I mean, that's not a great solution, but it works. I think there's something we can do better. So if you have any ideas on that, send them over. But that's definitely on the list. But like I said, for now, what you can do is just create a garden that matches. So each row has the number of squares that the pockets have on that green stock, and then just create, or each column does, and then create a row for each one that you have. So that's a way that you can do it. It's not great, but it works, and we're trying to figure out a way to be able to do that really nice. So definitely on the list. Are there any other questions about the new feature that I may have missed that we want to pull up, or I guess we are already at time?
Yeah, I'm trying to pop through here real quick and make sure.
If we missed your question and you're still here and you want us to answer it, throw it in the chat again, because a lot of questions come in, and I was doing a good job of keeping track till I started doing the demo, and then I lost them all.
Well, and then also too, if it's after the fact, pop into the comment section after this post as well, so that way you can be entered to win too in the next live stream.
Exactly. We go through and read them all ourselves. So Carrie goes through every single week and reads all the comments and replies to them and does all that. So it's us you're talking to. So if you got ideas or ways you want to see the app be better, you can talk directly to us, and we'll continue to make it happen, because that's how we've done this app since we started it, and that's how we're going to continue to do it, because it's working. You guys have helped us build a really cool app, I feel like. So thank you.
I know, for sure. It's been amazing. Yeah, it's been an amazing ride. Well, great. Well, thank you all so much for joining us today. This was a really good one. And I'm really excited to hear all the feedback and see what you guys think of the visual garden planner. I can't wait to see what you think. So try it out. Make sure you download the newest version of the app so that way you can see it. And we will be back here again, same time, same place next week. I'm not sure what we're talking about next week. Maybe propagation, maybe, because I know I do need to do that. So might do that.
A question came up from Vinny about so you cannot click and drag to move it right now. You have to click on it and then click adjust. I will talk to the developer on this though and see how hard that would be. Because if there's an open place on the grid, I think we should be able to make it where you can click and drag that over to the other spot. So that's a great suggestion, and we will look into that for sure.
Yeah, very good. Great. Well, thank you guys. And we will see you again, hopefully next week. Thank you all for joining.